did your work with the Independent Restaurant Coalition, the IRC. What is it like to try and get things done now? I was talking with Jose about this as well. I want your perspective. When you feel like it's an uphill battle and you feel that you're trying to work through an administration that has reversed so many things we all fought for so long for, just like simple things like better school food. Has that been cathartic and productive, or has it just been like trying to roll a boulder up the side of a mountain?
It's actually been cathartic and productive, and I only say that because we've gotten a couple wins early in the season. I still believe that this is going to be a years-long process. We're only about 14 weeks old right now. We isolated two very specific problems for the Independent Restaurant Coalition to focus on. We're a policy-based organization. We're trying to change laws on Capitol Hill so that independent restaurants can not only thrive short-term, but survive long-term. The PPP originally was an 8-week Band-Aid to an 18-month problem. And we found a champion in my congressman, Dean Phillips from the Minnesota 6th. And he reached out across the aisle to Chip Roy, a Republican from Texas, and the two of them got a bill passed in the House 417-1 to reform PPP, the Payroll Protection Plan, which extended that runway from 8 weeks to 24 weeks and tinkered around with a lot of other elements of what was a Swiss cheese piece of legislation. So we got we got an early win. Then the Senate passed it by proclamation. So it was an incredible piece of legislation. And, so 2 weeks ago that was fixed. Our focus now is on a $120 billion stabilization plan so that restaurants across America, we're not talking about the big places that can go out and get a loan. And it actually marries very well into these issues of equity and access for people that don't have the ability to walk into a bank. This stabilization fund will give small restaurants, the ones that make up the greatest majority. I mean, there's 650,000 restaurants in America. There's a couple thousand that, get written about all the time. And then there's all the rest. And we're trying to help all the rest. And this stabilization plan will not only get them open, but keep them open, because these restaurants that are opening right now as we speak in America are opening up 20%, 25, 50, 75. Right.
And they work on such a small margin to begin with.
Oh, teeny, 7.5 cents of every dollar gets kept. But the most important thing is that they're opening up in one of the greatest recessions. We've just lost, 20% of our economy. I read this morning when I got up.
They open up in the middle of a pandemic doesn't mean that 25% are even going to show up.
That is correct, because they have to build the trust back. The way economics work, as is that, there has to be consumer demand for restaurants. And right now, a lot of people are hesitant about gathering in groups. It's a lot of wait and see. And so we need to support those restaurants.
Every single person in the restaurant business does it for their passion for food. None of them are making a ton of money. Even the places that are considered wildly successful are not, they're struggling. They may be charging $22 for a bowl of noodles, but they will tell you that they make very little money.
That's right.
on everything they're selling.
And the reason is that they're supporting the farmers, the winemakers, the honey makers, the people who are pasturing lambs, the people who are putting nets out and pulling in shrimp from the Gulf. It's a very, very special economic system, but independent restaurants in totality make up, 4% of our GDP. It's $1 trillion plus industry with, depending on how you define it, 11 to 15 million employees. We can't afford to put all those people onto public assistance. We have to, it's cheap, the solution that we're offering, $120 billion to the independent restaurant industry.
Hates us.
We can't afford not to do it.
Right. Exactly.